Going on to my Aries. So you Aries have the Sun, the Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Death card, the Hermit, the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here is a lot of you Aries. Okay, a lot of you, just making sure that my dog in the room, but a lot of you Aries right now, okay. You Aries can be with somebody, but a lot of you Aries are kind of ghosting everybody. Because the Sun, the Seven of Wands, is like the past. And it represents you Aries trying to get to know people from the past a little bit. And the things starting out great at first, but it ended up turning out to be much more work for you than what was really necessary. It was more so of a burden than anything else, than it was a gift. And then the Nine of Wands, it just put a lot of strain on you and the things that you needed to do. Because quiet as is kept, Aries people are I don't know if other zodiac signs really know this, the cross watchers, but Aries people, and Aries can comment on this down in the comment section, Aries people are quite intelligent. You would be surprised. They're very intelligent. When you really sit down and have a conversation with them, and they you know what I mean, they talk to you, you would be surprised at what it is that they know. And you would be like, what? But you would lose that in that flash and fire and their enthusiastic and their animated ways of them. But the Nine of Wands represents this being a situation where, again, it just added more stress to the situation. It added more stress to you because a lot of you Aries wanted a relationship where the two of you can pretty much go off and do your own thing separately. But then when it's time for the two of you to come back together, the two of you can actually get along, right? And unfortunately, it just added stress because this person couldn't just bear to even one day or a couple of days out of the week to just not speak to you, not say anything. Because that's another thing too. People really underestimate, people want to be in relationships, but they really do underestimate having to not speak to each other every single day. Like if the two of y'all can't be in love, but then have to speak, if the two of y'all can't be in love where the two of y'all have to speak to each other every single day, it's not going to make it. It's not going to be, it's really not going to make it because that shows codependency. Immediately, that's what it shows. It shows a severe case of codependency. I mean, every single day. I mean, obviously, every single day is not going to be the same. You're going to have hard days. You're going to have days where you're just off schedule. You know what I mean? Things are just, normally you'd be used to getting things done whip, whack, lickety split. But then at the same time, it's like some days it's like things are going to come slower than what's anticipated. And some days people are just not going to have that time to talk on those days. Are you going to really chastise the person and penalize the person when the person, makes the decision, I'll call this person tomorrow, or I'll call this person when I legitimately have a chance, The Hanged Man and the Death card represents this being a situation where, and this is where you Aries realized that you had to let them go. Because you Aries had a development within your own selves where you realized that type of trait is a part of you. Not the codependency, but I mean like that type of trait is a part of you. You don't want to talk to somebody every single day. And guess what? There's no shame in that. And there's actual social studies. There's actual some sort of research done that shows that those actually relationships that people don't speak to each other every single day, those are actually healthier relationships. And that the relationships where people need to speak to each other every single day, those are actually parasitic relationships because the person is being one or both of those people, that's my dog, one or both of these spazzing out, one or both of these people are being parasitic. There's something, there's something about them where, I mean, they can't go for 24 hours. And then, you know those types of people though, Aries, right? Where people, well, you should know those types of people where people, you'll be going off doing your own thing, handling your business, but then they act like they bosses, they act like they fly and they this and that. But then when they get a hold of somebody, or when they get in something with someone that could be more than just friendship, now it's time for them to show and prove, you know what I mean, their power. It's time for them to show and prove their influence and all this stuff. And now all of a sudden, it's like they turn into being broken. Now all of a sudden, they can't seem to let go for 24 hours, 2 days, 3 days. I mean, if the two of y'all, I mean, there's 7 days in a week. I mean, do you have to, unless you're living with the person, do you have to see the person every single day? And not only that too, but there's science that shows, there's social sciences and stuff like this, studies, I should say, that shows that living with the person before you get married to them is not the best thing to keep the relationship. It's not. So the intimacy goes down, it becomes staler faster, and that's what I'm writing about in my book. One of the things anyway, the intimacy goes down, it becomes stale very fast. Then the desire to even just generally want the person around in your vicinity goes down, because the two of y'all are wearing each other out, being around each other every single day, when what y'all need is a break. And you Aries know that. So the Hermit, the Ten of Wands, represents how this person may have come at you like this, but you know better than that. A lot of you Aries know that that's not even your style. So guess what you've done? Now, a lot of you Aries are like, okay, you're going to take a break. You're going to, you left them, and you're going to get back out there, right? After about a couple of days, about 2 weeks, maybe even a month, depending on your level of baggage that you have. If you don't have too much baggage, then obviously you don't have to take a month. But about a couple of days, you take a I would say take a week. You know what I mean? I would really say take about a month. But a lot of you, but what I'm seeing here is a lot of you are starting to become more experienced with interacting with others. So now it's kind of like, see how fast you can move forward with your lives in about a week. Can you emotionally divorce yourself from this person in that short period of time and not hold on to this person? However, I will, come here, yo. I will say this though, if you need to, you're gonna pull the plug out the wall, yo. I'm gonna be mad. If wildin', but if you need to, then obviously take longer than a week. Take the month if that's what it is that you have to do. And then the Ten of Wands represents, and when you're ready to finally move forward, however long it takes or short, I'm not telling y'all exact time, y'all know specifically, you take that time, and then when you're ready to move forward, that's what you want to do. The Nine of Cups is, and know that when you're ready to move forward emotionally, where you're actually ready to get back out there, do not regret it, because make sure that emotionally, internally, there was no stone left unturned. You understand that you did everything that you could have with this person, but the relationship was not going to actually become something better anyway, due to the fact that this person has codependency issues. Now, a lot of you Aries may be thinking that, but does it really register where you are ready to move forward? It's up to you to make that decision. The Page of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles is about, and then when you're ready to move forward with this, right? When you found your sense of understanding of the situation back, now you move forward to the Nine of Pentacles. You can actually become better, or you can actually become better being by yourselves, as well as when you're starting to talk to other people, when they leave you alone, or when it's time for you to move forward, it won't necessarily hurt so much. So this is all training. Even though this is the real thing, this is all training. This is all making you stronger, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't be so bent out of shape so much, right? To the point where it takes you years to heal from this. A lot of times too, people, take way too much time to heal from a situation. I know somebody right now that I was trying to get to know without too many details, who've been through some things with a family member. And anyway, one of their family members may end up making the transition. I'm not going to say how, name, none of the details. And this person never healed from that. They don't date, they don't hang out, they barely come outside. Even in the summertime. They don't go anywhere. It's a cold world. So, trauma freezes. And, you Aries have to understand that what it is that you're doing is something better than a lot of people even have the guts to do. You're actually becoming that individual that a lot of people want. A lot of people act like they're hard. They act like not a lot affects them. But to truly be in that position where you can move forward and not hold on to grudges is a very beautiful thing. Let's clarify the Page of Wands. The Six of Cups, see, Eight of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Sun, right? The Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, again, this is what I'm talking about. This is the power of what I'm talking about. When you, Aries, decided to walk away and you're not holding on to anything personal, you're not holding on to anything that they may have left at your house, you may have left at their house. If you left something at their house, forget it. You're not going over there. Same thing with them. They left something over at your house, you throw it away. When you, Aries, have gotten to the point where you've learned to let it go, you've learned to move forward, you've learned to forgive them for the things that they did, and understand that you don't have to hang around them. You're not going to hang around them. You're not with them now. And then you, Aries, also understand that you forgive yourself for making the mistake of being with these people, but now you're going to become smarter and wiser and understand what they did and how for you not to get caught up again like this. Here they coming back. You're just too good to let go. You're just too good. The Eight of Cups, right? The Eight of Cups now, the Ace of Cups is about, again, you're trying, you walking away, and they're going to tell you you shouldn't be doing that. They actually liked you. But again, the Sun card, they had their opportunity and they lost it. They lost it. You were trying to get, let's go way back to the beginning. You, Aries, were trying to get to know them, but they made it so unbelievably difficult for you to get to know them. You, Aries, just had the ability to look at it. It was like, no, because they're obviously dealing with codependency issues. They don't even know how to let go. They don't, and everyone deals with codependency in varying degrees, but you stop being codependent when you learn to deal with those emotions. You know what I mean? So let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles now, which is the future. The Strength card, Ace of Cups, Strength card, Page of Cups, the Hermit, and the Fool. The Strength and the Page of Cups, the Hermit, right, represents how this is just about, number one, this person that represents the Six of Cups, this returning ex-partner, you're going to hear from them for a little bit, but eventually they will stop texting you. And at the same time, you have a lot of takers. You have a lot of people. There's way more options for you out here. But as you can see, they're all pointing in your direction. All of them are pointing that way, which is your direction, in your direction, right? So just make sure to understand to pick the correct person. And you picking the correct person will be up to you. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, we have 6,772 subscribers. What? Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.